Hello viewers, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Victory at Sea. I'm your host, BBGChu, and welcome to, I think, part 8, or we're, episode 8, we're episode 9 here. Anyhow, inside the last episode, I think we left off when we had unlocked the vast majority of the ships here. We actually unlocked, from the looks of it, all of the ones usable inside the Allied campaign. So now, if only we had the cash, we could, in theory, afford one of these super heavy actual battleship class ships, though that is still quite a while a ways there. So I think continuing off, I remember us picking up one of these, these convoy attack missions. So I think we'll just pursue this. We'll bring our band of ships, and we'll take them back into the fight, back into one of these convoys, and we'll see what we can do inside one of these convoy attack missions, I guess. So, let's bring our ships around. For whatever reason, it seems as though the game either it was patched, like they released a balancing patch, or something happened that made the torpedoes like super, I'd say, different from like our previous episodes. I mean, I haven't played this in a couple of days due to like summer courses or summer semester and finals and all. But yeah, from the looks of it, at least, they did some changes on the torpedoes inside the game. So let's see what we're going up against. A whole bunch of supply ships and the such like that, and at the very end here we're going up against three destroyers, two cruisers with 8-inch guns, and I think that is very comparable to our Tuscaloosa ship, yeah, and a few, and a submarine here as well. So I guess this would be quite an intriguing fight between the few ships. And I guess with that said, we'll start the battle off, and we'll see how many of these support ships we can pick off here. So, what I think I'll do here is that I'll just issue some very exact orders to our ship captains, and I'll get them to move towards the front of the pack of ships here. And with that said, I think we'll just get the game rolling, and we'll see how things go. One thing that I've noticed is that the Japanese submarines seem to go way faster than ours, and I think you'll see that in a second here. Let's see, our submarine started like right on the edge of that. We'll say right on the edge of like one of these squares. We'll see how long it takes to travel to the middle of the map, because the Japanese ships seem to be way faster. I don't really know if that's just like an AI advantage type of thing though, or whether or not they are actually just mechanically superior in that regards. But it's something to note for sure. And there we go. So the Japanese ships want to play, so I guess we'll give them a fight, and we'll start off with the two over here, the Ashio class destroyer and the Aoba class destroyer, or cruiser over there. And I'll show you guys the torpedoes thing, because what I think they've done with it is that they seem to have a much longer range is one thing, and tacked onto the range thing, they seem to have this like arming period, which I didn't see before. And going further, like they seem to reload a lot faster. I know right now it doesn't seem too much, but they definitely seem to have received some sort of an update. Not necessarily a buff, mind you, because they seem to also scatter a lot more and a lot less predictably, is I guess one way of putting it. In the recent update, got a nice shot there, crippled that ship. Just to be safe, we'll finish that ship off like that. Oh yeah, and another thing is that because the torpedoes have a lot more range now, where I assume that it have a lot more range now and all that, you get these wonderful displays of just torpedoes going all over the place, hitting every which ways. Unfortunately, with the long ranges and the large dispersion, it's kind of easier to hit things, though they don't do, say, like massive amounts of damage anymore. Ooh, we had some turbine damage on the Brooklyn class. That's not good. Dropping off a shotgun barrage of 8 small turrets. That is truly lethal, especially if we could get right next to that ship. Unfortunately, I think the Japanese cruisers there carry the torpedoes as well, and with the new buffs, I've got to say they are quite strong. There we go. I think we've fended off that ship enough. That Aoba class should be dead. So, take our attention, put it on another ship. We'll get the guns firing off here, and I think we'll pause the game. Get the Migri to... No, the AI has already done that for us. So, Bravo AI, it's already in retreat mode, so that's not bad. And I guess we'll just get the Brawl to continue here. Ooh, we can actually land down two. No, we only need one mini barrage onto the onto that cruiser there. Nice props damaged. Ooh. 3 weapon systems destroyed on that hit. That one's pretty good as well. Let's see whether or not we can knock out the front of the ship. And dang, just once again, just barely outside of that initial range. Oh. C-18 here is also taking quite a lot of damage. I guess it'll finish off that last cargo ship, and then it'll also retreat. So Bravo, once again, to the AI, bailing out those ships for us. Didn't need to fire off those batteries. And that cargo ship should be going down in no time. Wow, that barrage from the the secondary barrages from the Brooklyn doesn't seem to do too much actually. It's kind of weird. Because I mean, going off the game terms, they should be just the same guns, albeit well, I guess used in mass is the way to describe them. And yeah, that was a solid 4 shots off, and nevertheless, it didn't sink that weak little supply ship. Oh, I know. I think we finished off the vast majority. Yeah, we actually got all of the surface ships, surface defending ships. So with that said, I think now we can just switch to, I don't know, maybe the follow ship panel, and we can watch the carnage on roll over here. Because I don't think the submarines receive too much of a buff. They can't really do much, assuming that they're really slow once again. Speaking of which, I mean, we have practically all of the fleet over here, so let's get the rest of the destroyers and all, whatever ships aren't, you know, critically injured, to make their way to swarm into the pack ships. And let's check up on this destroyer. So from the time it's moved here, it's actually, yeah, it's slightly on par, or no, it's slightly less than the Helgata class. That one's way closer to the... Well, I don't know, maybe they had different starting locations is the thing. But I'm under the impression that these Gato class, or, you know, US submarines are definitely slower than the Japanese ones. But I guess they'll just do their thing. Huh. Yeah, these follies coming from these cruisers, they just don't seem to have the killing potential. Going up against the destroyers, coming up against these supply ships for whatever reason. Yeah, that was a solid, like, I want to say 6 or more shots, and still, that supply ships, that cargo ship is still floating. That one missed all entirely. Very weird indeed. At least we have a lot of these destroyers going all about. This is a bit of a dilemma. Really hope we can squeeze between these torpedoes, and yes we can, there we go. So yeah, these torpedoes definitely seem to have a lot more spread to them, and with their increased range, we'll have to be extra careful about the people in the back ranks of our fleet here. Even if the torpedoes don't, like, hit the target that it's looking for. Yeah, there's still a very large chance of them hitting something with the shots going afterwards. And, oh, that's right, yeah, torpedoes don't hit submarines. Depth charges do. Not that volley though. Or no. Oh, I see. They've introduced a bit of a delay onto the depth charges. They actually function closer to what they do in real life. So yeah, I guess they've introduced a minor patch, changing some of the itty bitty bits of the game, like just how the weapons function, minor balancing, things like that. It's kind of neat. Oh, what happened there? We lost the Huh. How did we lose the USS Isherwood? It wasn't remotely close to that torpedo barrage. That might have been friendly fire. Maybe the submarine shot it using its torpedo volley here. I don't know, I think that was inside the, on the screen at the time that it had yeah, it was on the screen at the time it had happened, so maybe you guys will post a comment about that, because it's probably, honestly, the Gato class there. Speaking of it, yeah, that would have been also quite a nasty volley. That would have hit the New Orleans class right there. I mean, that would be a ton of friendly fire. So with that said, you know what? I'll just get these two destroyers working on the whole, convoy attack duty. The rest of the ships, I think I'll just keep them away, really. Boom. More torpedoes. Oh, there we go. One supply ship surrenders. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, I guess this is the situation that that comes out of the whole, torpedo dispersion thing. It's like, well, it's nice on one side. At the same time, I mean, if my ships are even remotely close to the enemy ships, this is gonna be, indecisiveness. Oh no! I think we'll just get the HMS Gurkha to also bail out here. Yeah, because I guess, I mean, while it's nice having the torpedoes go every which ways, I guess, it also makes this problem where it's like if the AI decides to fire those things off, you better not have anything nearby. No, I guess you could. Oh no, this disappeared way too fast. Almost. Almost did two ships with one volley there. And there we go, that should be the end of them. Blue. Oh hey, and we got a mission for that medal as well. Ooh, and a nice 10,000 or, 10 million war bonds. So that is quite the nice payroll. Yeah, and that bumps it up to, indeed, or 10 million there, so that's not bad. I think going off here, we'll pull back into port, get all of our ships repaired and the ones damaged, sewed back up, I guess is one way to put it. And afterwards, I think we'll see what we can do about conquering some more of these nearby ports. And somebody brought up that, the ports that we do need to capture, the strategically important ones, for whatever reason, they seem to be, their icons seem to bobble up and down, or, grow bigger and shrink, so thank you to whoever brought that up. That really helps out quite a bit on the campaign out there. I think what we'll do here is that we'll, I don't know, get our ships repaired, finish off one more of these port attack missions, and at that time, I hope that we can afford a $20 million ship or war bond ship, and then afterwards we'll see where we can go from there, because from the looks of it, those major ports, the ones that we're supposed to capture, seem pretty tough. The nearest one, from the looks of it, had 9 ships there, which is, of course, quite a few, especially if they were all battleships and above, because those would be, of course, incredibly difficult to deal with. Get some nice ambient artillery being fired off on land here. Also noticed that like the bomber sorties that just so happen to float around, they actually do. I want to say that they do damage if you run into them. Not oh hey, got some Nazi Germany ships around here as well. They seem to have a destroyer here for some reason. It's kind of far away for basing their ships, but they did have, the Germans did have submarines operating in like the Indian area of ocean. And, in World War II, I think they had, you know, some. I don't know if they brought in their own supplies or they just simply requisitioned it off of the Japanese, but they did have a few submarines. I didn't know that they had other ships inside the area. I guess it's kind of neat. Oh, it's a light carrier. Let's take a look at this. I didn't notice that. Yeah, this is yeah, it's a light Japanese carrier. I thought it was a cruiser. Didn't really bother reading it, but that's really, really cool. Also seems to have an absurdly high amount of armor. 3 of those torpedoes. Yeah, really high armor on that ship. Ooh, not good. There we go. Well, let's see how much we get here for bagging a carrier. 2 million, so not bad. Not great, though. I think we'll make that up by, well, turning right around here and bullying this supply ship fleet. So, this one should be fairly rudimentary. This is just 8 supply ships guarded by 1 destroyer. That Fubuki class is going to disappear immediately. Oh, this will be a 1v1. Same class of ships. It's down to leadership. It's down to command. Who's going to win? No, both of these ships have decided to run away from each other. Okay. That'll be, oh? The USS Ross's turn to shine, I guess. Yeah, they don't seem to do that torpedo maneuver all too often now, is also another thing. Did it that time, though, so that's at least, good. First ship didn't, though. And now we gotta watch all of the helpless supply ships get picked off one by one. It'd be kind of nice if we could actually just capture all these ships and then, steer them into a port, I guess, for like, I don't know, more cash than what would otherwise be given. I think that'd be kind of a cool gameplay mechanic. There you go, 2 for 1 on that torpedo volley. Can we do the same thing over here? No. Right, so I think that'll finish off the... That should definitely pocket us more than $21 million of war bonds. And from looks of this free ship, along with a nice second or third cruiser now back in port. So I think I'll end the episode here, and when I return, we'll jump back into the fight, and we'll see what we have back at port. So, hope to see you guys there. Bye-bye for now.